This is Victoria, bringing you some helpful tips from my home to your home. Today in this video, we will be talking about, or we will be making a facial toner. Have you ever heard different kinds of toner, guys, and why we need to apply a toner? Well, have you ever heard different kinds of toner? It says there were toners like best, what do you call this kind of toner, guys? There were toner for dry, for oily skin, or have you ever heard saying like anti-aging toner or hydrating toner, and also best oil control toner? Have you ever heard those, guys? Well, what we will be making today is just a natural, free chemical toner. So, I'll be showing you, this is one way to recycle or repurposing our rose, which is, as you can see here, it's like drying, I'm sorry. It's like getting old or lack of hydration now. But of course, the florist or the one who work in the flower shop, they knows how to make this alive again. I've heard some of them, they are adding like sugar into the water to make it alive again. But I did not try it, guys. So this is one way as well. What we will be doing is a natural toner, and this is one way as well to repurpose our rose petals. But of course, I would prefer to use a fresh roses. Fresh, really coming from the garden, because it has a lot of, you call it natural essential oil presence in there. So I'm not really sure, guys, if it alters, because the oil in this presence here is a kind of volatile oil that presents in rose oil. And of course, we will be not really making it or extracting the oil. Of course, we will just be doing a natural toner today, which is what you call, if you ever heard, what they call rose water. So we'll be making today a rose water as our facial toner. And rose water is a very natural, free chemical toner. So it is very good for our skin. And of course, there's a lot of health benefits with the toner. With a rose petal water, rice water, what do you call it? Rice water, rose water, not rice water, guys, rose water. Of course, speaking of rice water, that is also another toner. But what we will be doing today is just rose water. Now, why we need to make, or why we need to use a toner? Just for information, for those people who are not quite familiar or aware how to apply this cleanser, toner, and there were also moisturizer. It's like, you know, there's a lot of what you call it, beauty regimen to apply in our skin or on our faces. What is really the purpose of toner? And maybe perhaps of you knows what is it and how to apply and when to apply. But maybe there were also some of you not very familiar why we need to use a toner. Usually, the toner will be applied right after the cleanser. After you cleanse your face, you have to apply the toner. And of course, there are also some people use a toner as a hydrating toner. Like for example, if they are out and it's quite hot, like for example, in my country, Philippines, it's quite hot, the temperature is quite hot. So when you get out of the house, it's like you feel like your skin is so hot. So you could use the kind of hydrating toner. So you could use this kind of toner as well as your hydrating toner. And what are the benefits of this rose water? The rose water, guys, based on Google research, as far as I know, it is a great anti-inflammatory, which is good for reducing acne, if you have some acne, rosacea, eczema, if you have some eczema, usually the eczema with the kids, no? And also dermatitis and skin redness and psoriasis. So this rose water is good to apply because they are not harmful, guys. It is a chemical-free rose water. So far, that's the health benefits of the rose water, and also it can lighten the skin pigmentation. If you have some skin pigmentation, you know what is the skin pigmentation, guys? Some of the people, we call it in our country tum-tum, or kind of discoloration of the skin, like darkening of your skin, you know, the skin pigmentation. So it might help reduce or lighten the skin if you have some skin pigmentations. And of course, the real purpose as well is to balance the pH, the acidity level of our skin. So that is why it is very helpful as well to apply a toner right after your cleanser and before moisturizing your skin. And also, when you apply the toner right after the cleanser, it might also remove oil and dirt from skin. And also, it will unclog some of the pores that it has been, like for example, there's a presence of dirt in it, because especially if your skin is oily, so when you get out of the house and you know, we have what we call the sebum in our hair follicles that surrounds in it, and that oil inside in your hair, in your hair follicle that surrounds it, the oil, we call it the sebum, that's the one who will attract a dust. And once it attracts a dust, so there's might be possible presence of bacteria in it, so might be the possible cause of your acne later on, or maybe that might be, but not really the real reason. So I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert with it, so you could see your doctor, your medical practitioner, if there is anything like that in your skin. But what we will be showing in this video is just to show you how to make our rose water at home. But guys, be mindful. I will be showing you here, but I don't have the exact what do you call this one, materials to do it. So I'm just using the material what I have at home, and this is not the proper materials that you will be using to make a rice water. But what I'm just doing here is just trying to make my own rose water out of something what I have at home. But of course, we have to be mindful, we have to be careful as well, because since it involves heating. So what we will be doing, guys, is we will be heating, and we call it a steam distillation process. I'm sure you are quite aware what is the distillation process, guys. So that's our rose water, and I use it as a toner as well. So this method is a steam distillation, and this kind of method, guys, it will retain the nutrients, and of course it will ensure the purity as well of your rose water. And I will show you guys. Actually, I have done already several times, but just for the sake of the video, I'll be showing you how I do it, even though I don't have the materials here. So I'll be showing you what I have done, although this is not perfect, and if you have the materials, much better. What I'm doing is just to collect the rose water. So what I have here is clean rose petals, as you can see. And again, reminders to everyone, this is not a correct materials. You have to get your own distiller if you have your own distiller, because this process is a steam distillation process, just to retain the nutrient of the rose petals, and of course to ensure that it is pure, or to ensure the purity of your rose petals or rose water. So again, I have here the rose petal clean, and when you're making your rose petals, guys, the water you will be using here is a distilled water. So I just boiled water here. So this is a distilled water, and after cleaning the rose petals, I just add it to the rose petals, but enough to cover the rose petals, not too much, guys. So it depends on the quantity of your rose petals. Then add the distilled water in it, just enough to cover the rose petals. And then what I have done, since I don't have the materials, just to collect the steam, in my country we call it simot, so I just place it like that, guys, inside. Now, since I have that is not touched, guys, because I have there the metal in between. So the water, remember, the water is not enough, so it means you have to check the water every 15 minutes, because you know why? There's a great danger it might dry up the bottom of your casserole. So since this is not the correct process, actually, because I don't have the materials, but I'll do as much as I could to collect the rose water. So every 15 minutes you have to check, and you have to simmer this water. It means simmer, guys, before it will boil. You don't boil the water, guys, just enough that it will simmer. And the simmer, guys, it means like before it will arrive to the boiling point, you have to tone down the fire and let it run for 30 minutes just to have all the steam that enough to accumulate inside. And of course, it is advisable as well normally, because this is not the correct again. That is why I'm just doing like this. But just to get the steam not to get out, I usually cover it. But the advisable normally, he will not cover, so that you could check the water every 15 minutes to avoid burning your casserole, the bottom of your casserole. So again, just for the sake of the video, we'll be covering it and we'll be heating, and I will not cover it yet until we could get the the simmer point. So we will be heating. The water is not enough, so we will put this one later on when it starts to boil. So again, this is a steam distillation process, but we are not using the correct materials for distilling. But if you have your own distiller, much better, guys. It is easy, and of course you can achieve a good result with your rose water. It means the rose water is really pure, guys. So it means when it is pure, it is very effective when you are using it. So you could really enjoy the benefits of the rose water. And of course, the rose water, guys, has a lot of ways to there's a lot of usage with your rose water. You could even use it as base to your hair hydratant, no? Like a hairspray or hair mist. But you have to, there is something like essential oil that you will use to add it to spray to your hair to remove the tangling of your hair every time you come out. So while waiting, I'll show you guys. So we'll bring up into a little, like not really boiling, but before that, that's what you call the simmer point. You will not boil the water, but once it is before the boiling point, we will tone down the fire, and we will run this for 30 minutes just to collect the steam. But actually, guys, I have done already. Just for the sake of the video, I will be showing to you, but of course I have done already. I have here already some collected steam, or you call it rice water, and I will show you how it looks like. Because some of the people, they are showing like the rose water has a color, and it says like pink, but actually there is not the steam but the water which has a mixture of the petals. That's the one, it turns like reddish, as you can see here. Look, the water is like a little bit reddish, but the steam, the rose water guys, actually it is transparent, and I will show you how it looks like really, guys. The rose water, you call it pure or really pure rose water. It's water coming from the steam of these rose petals. So maybe it starts now, so we will bring down the fire and tone down and let it simmer for 30 minutes. So we will put this empty. Make sure that the one you will put inside, if you're just doing at home like this, just to collect the steam, so it is clean and of course heat resistant, because otherwise it might break because of the hot temperature. So we will leave it like that up to 30 minutes and until all the steam will fall in here. So remember that it's empty. So I hope later, if we could get a few before we can end up the video, I will show you guys. But for now, it's like that. So since we are waiting that it will be having steam, wait for a minute. I need to pick up something, guys. Just to get to let the steam get out. So I covered a little, although with monitoring. So the advisable is should not be covered, so that you can monitor the water here. But since I don't have the distiller, I'm using just like this, just to collect the steam. I have to cover it, not to skip the steam. Now guys, I'll be showing you what I have collected last time. So this is what we call our rose water. So this rose water, guys, is really pure. I collected it. So the advisable to keep it last for a long time, it should be stored in a dark bottle. If you have a dark bottle like this, much better, because you could use it to spray anytime with your face. So easy to handle. Yeah, like that. So you could transfer this in the bottle. This is now our rose water, as you can see. No color at all, guys. It's really, 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 really white. The only thing that makes the color is the water with the leaves. So this is our remnants after we do the steam distillation after the process. So this is the result, guys. So I was thinking of using this water as well, although this is not the pure one, because this is not the rose water. This is the mixture of the leaves that remains, and of course this is our pure rose water, the steam that I have collected from after heating the rose petals. So can you see the difference now? So the stem is pure, no color at all, but the one with the leaves, that's the one it has a little bit of reddish or pinkish color in it, since we are using a pink rose. So that's it, guys, and you have to store it in a dark bottle to keep it last for 6 months if you put it in your bathroom. But for me, based on experience, since maybe it matters as well with our packaging, if your packaging is not really distilled or clean, that's also matter to, it will not make your water last for a long time. So if you want to keep it for long, keep it in your refrigerator and stored in a dark bottle, because since it is natural, guys, to avoid the sunlight reaction. And of course, but if you can also put it in the ice, make it as an ice cubes, and you could just use it after cleansing. You could just pop in your face. Also, if it is cold, it will also help reduce the puffiness of your eye bags, or it will also keep your skin fresh before applying your moisturizer. So again, the toner helps prepare your skin, balance the pH of your skin, and also it is a quick absorbing liquid, so it is easy to absorb to your skin. It easily dried, so it will absorb, your skin can absorb the nutrients that presents in the rosewater prior you absorbing your moisturizer. So this is our rice water, our rose water. I always get mistake with the rice water, although they are the same function, guys. Rice water and the rose water, they could be used as a toner, but today again we are using rose water as a toner. Very natural facial or skin toner what we are making, so you could make it in your home as long as you have your means of distilling your rose petals. So this is it, guys, and you could use it right after cleaning your face, toner. Then after toner, that's the time you could apply your moisturizer. And also, if you are also applying or using a facial scrub to your skin or to your face or to your body, it is the best to apply as well toner right after scrubbing your skin, because once we scrub our skin is disturbed, no? So it's kind of being rubbed, so it was disturbed, so you might apply the toner right after to calm down your skin and to tone down your skin prior applying your lotion or your skin moisturizer. So this is it, guys. You could apply it to your hair, to your skin, and it will keep your skin fresh and also glossy and shiny and firm. So there's a lot of health benefits with this one, guys. So now it starts the boiling. We will see if we are able to collect a few. Oh, can't you see, guys? There is now a few of the we are able to collect, guys. So that is a pure rose water. So can't you see, guys? And we will maybe I could apply a little normally. I don't have the, maybe next time I will show you how to apply as well in our skin, and maybe I will show you the result of it as well. Well, thank you so much for tonight, and I hope you enjoy with our short video related to how to make our facial natural facial skin or skin toner at home using rose petals. So this is our rose petals, and right after the process, this is the result, and this is our rice water. So we will transfer it, then we can have it. Using a funnel. We'll try to smell. As in nothing. There is no smell at all, guys. No smell at all. So that is our rose water. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and hope to catch you again very soon. So let's enjoy. So every 15 minutes, I will check it again. So bye for now, guys. See you again next time. And special shout out before I end up the video. Special shout out to Claret's TV, Nining Jen, and Liza's channel. And who else? Where's my notes? Where's my notes? I forgot what's the name of the one, guys. Okay, I would like to say thank you so much to Lisa channel, Nining Jen, Claret's TV, Starin's blog, Viv Quinto, Shine Weather, and Korea, Kitchen Craft, and Maggie. Kitchen and Craft by Maggie, Marbet Boisilo, and of course to all my subscribers. Thank you so much to all of you guys, and I hope you will enjoy. I hope you enjoyed with our short video tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now, guys.